Shalom. I want to start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, call Allah Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Um, I am in intense lessons right now. It took me from 11 to 3 o'clock. I've been taking notes, seriously for a part two of the lesson I've been learning. Barakatah Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, everything for, giving your word to your people and, allow me to learn this. So. Anyways, so I want to make sure I get a video in. So I thought, might as well share my dreams. When I was young, I always had dreams. I always told my mom, my brothers, and they'll validate it for me. And doesn't matter if they do or don't. My brother Joel, yeah, he definitely. But either way, I'll start off with my dreams since I was young. When I was young, I remember I had a dream. I was in front of my pastor's house because when I grew up, my best friends were pastor kids, Danny, Josh, and Mario. And I was in front of his house, and I was being chased by a snake, a scorpion, and a tarantula. And I kept dodging them, dodging them. They kept attacking me, and I was dodging them, dodging them. And then, I remember I was at a Christian home, and I was on a top bunk. I remember I'm certain I was awake, but either way, I just felt this presence, and I looked. It was this tall figure. It was just all like every shadow and blackness you could put together. It was so dark. It was just towering over me. The second I looked at it, it pounced on me. It held me down by my arms. I'm being pushed into my bunk, my bed, and it spoke to me. It said, "Don't worry, don't worry. I'm not looking. I'm not learning. I'm not listening." Those were the words it said to me. And then it came at me and started kissing me on my cheeks, and I'm being pushed in, And then I got up, and then immediately I grabbed my little pen light. It was a pen with the little flat, and I'm looking around. That happened. I used to always tell my mom my dreams, but, I always kept them myself, basically for the most part from everybody else. But now I'm on YouTube for the world to see anyway, so might as well. All right. Then, I've had other dreams, but now I'm going to fast forward to these dreams when I was upstate. I was upstate 2 years, year 7 months, 2 years. And I remember I was just so convicted. I just read the Bible so much. I was in a state of hell. I have nightmares of my mom, and I felt convicted about me hurting my mom's boyfriend, and I'd wake up crying all the time because I was like, how did I get here? How did I get here? Well, I can't believe they did this to me, another story. But I remember I used to read the Bible nonstop, 24/7, just because I thought I wanted to find answers, like if you could look, I always have etchings, writings, look at all this, I just throughout this whole thing, I used to finish it every month, Again, you can see all these little markings in here, and all the way, I even got a hold of the dictionary, and I used to write, I wanted to find out what blaspheme is, and, again, everything, like, throughout this whole thing. I used to write prayers and everything, but point being, I was deep, and I remember I even used to face east when I prayed when I was upstate, and for some reason I stopped. I don't know why, but during that time, I had a dream. As my brother's wife, she was dressed as a harlot. She was making lewd, sexual noises, and then her mom was calling after me, get in, get in. And I ran outside my house, and it was all desert and desolate, and I was hiding from her mother, my brother's mother-in-law, and out of nowhere, these two giant dogs ran up, kicking up dust, running around, and I ran off scared, and then I saw my dog, and I ran back to protect my dog, like I'm protecting him, but they weren't doing anything. They're just running around aimlessly, kicking up dirt, That was a dream, and it happened. Then I had another dream. I was on the streets, and I was running from something. I was running from something, and I was just running, and it was a long dream actually. I kept running from something. I ended up this place, and I was running. I was at this place, and I kept running from something like something was chasing me. And then finally, I came to this stairwell, and there was a great light up there, and I walked up the stairs towards this light, and that dream happened because I was on the streets constantly running from homeless, from police, and you know, it happened. I was even I couldn't take it no more. I used to talk to the Heavenly Father. I was like, man, how come you always let the wicked, the spoiled, the things like that? He knows me, my intentions, and I went off, you know. But somehow I came back, in tears, and I looked up. I came across the name, the Tetragrammaton, YHWH, and that was that light, his name, Yahweh. And then I came across the name Yahweh Shai, and then I put it off. For a while, I came back home and I started studying again, and I couldn't take the things that were going on out there, and I wanted protection, so I started studying the name Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, and it was a certain Akim, my favorite camp, my favorite elders, everything. Now I listen to the elders, the main guys, but still that camp's very special to me. But that dream happened. I was running on the streets, and I came to this great light. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai. And and there is no other name to where one can be saved. Do your research, and you'll see that for yourselves. And anyway, so that dream happened. Okay, so now I had a new dream. When I started getting into it, and so I want to share it. At the time, this was way before I started making videos or anything, or even considered making YouTube videos. So this dream was, I've seen a lot of supernatural, a lot more so. I remember I was talking about Vatican. I seen little R2D2 drones flying above me when I was doing it, and I was like, straight up. He knows. Anyway, Vatican Jesuits. Think about taking the Jesuits out of power and giving it back to Israelites. The Jews will not replace us. It's all the Vatican is the Jesuits. And but I mean that's not what the Heavenly Father wanted. He wants to do it His way. But I thank goodness He put that in me to do that. I wanted to be a good guy. I wanted to end it. All I wanted was a wife and things like that. When I was on the streets, I used to dream with my family and everything. I had a wife, children, and people were always like, "Yeah, thank you." As when I wake up, it was hell. It was literally hell. It was like I wake up and I'm like, dang, I'm homeless. I'm never gonna be off the streets. And, I still have that concern now. But it's alright. It's cool. I know how to survive now. More so better. But anyways, this dream. Alright. With my brother Joel, and we're in this field, and I thought they were goats at the time. And I told Joel they were goats, like that. Either way, they didn't have ram's horns or anything like that. I think they were lambs, now looking at it, because their shape was like that of a lamb's wool, and so rams are lambs. You could tell me, but I'm pretty sure they're lambs now. But either way, So, anyways, I'm in this field, and I'm pushing my brother through this field, and I think lambs were coming out of the earth. They were coming out of the earth, and they were clothed with trees and rocks and with vegetation, and they were staring at me intently. Well, they're staring at me. You know, all of them. And I kept continuing pushing my brother Joel, towards this path, and I pushed him up this path, and I pushed him on this path. And my brother Joel, he's like that. He's cool. He'll pray the name Yahweh Shai. We talk about UFOs. Like, he's cool. He's cool like that. The Heavenly Father put the Spirit on him like that. So either way, but I pushed him up on this path, and he continued on this path. And left him. But immediately when I pushed him on that path, felt like I was struck dead. Like I felt it. You could tell when it's a dream, but I didn't die. It was like my flesh fell to my feet like a garment around my feet, like a garment or clothes. It was like my foot, and I was standing up in the spirit. I could see it. It was like that of the spirit, light. And then I looked and I saw two nuclear missiles flying towards each other, and there's people riding on it. I remember what one person on the nuclear missile looked like. I'll just say he looked like an American. The other person I forget, and that was the end of the dream. So whether that happens, it happens. If not, then not. But maybe after I leave this world, or I leave this body, or now, I don't know. But that was the dream I had, and I hope it's edifying. And besides this, honestly, I'm a controversial person already, but my brothers, they know what's up with my dreams. I had another dream too. I'll keep that to myself. It's concerning family. So, but anyway, yeah, it was a dream. That was my dream, and every single dream happened. So, if this happens or not, who knows? If not, then whatever. I'm not trying to do that. I look at the TV before I even knew anything about terror. There's doing this. Before I knew about their testing nuclear missiles. I mean, when I look at it, they basically tell me it's gonna happen. Try to stop it. Blah 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 blah. And now, like when I'm doing this, it's like, see, look at you. It's, to be honest, I don't even know what I'm doing. But I'm in the Word, and yeah, keep doing this. So that was my dream. So I hope it's edifying. And by the way, I ain't perfect, I ain't all that, but this is the truth. And as soon as I get more notes and things like that, I'm gonna share more, because I want to do this perfect, because I don't want, the people I'm learning, they put so much emphasis on you have to say it right. So now I want to be careful, make sure I'm saying the right things, because if it's not edifying, then I don't want to get in trouble for that. So either way, I hope this was edifying, and I want to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and get along with all the apostles, great millstone, and bless our community, pushing the word, truth, and sincerity. So with that, I'm going to say Shalom.